Hello viewers, this is Deebalakshmi. I welcome you all to Deebo's Camp classes. I'm putting videos based on 11th and 12th standard syllabus of Tamil Nadu government. So please share this video link to all the current 11th and 12th standard students so that they can learn the concepts in the easiest way. The first concept we are going to see about is molar mass. Molar mass is nothing but mass of 1 mole of any substance is said to be molar mass. Molar mass can be calculated by summing up the atomic masses of its constituent elements. For example, if carbon dioxide is given means you have to add up the atomic masses of carbon and 2 oxygen atoms so that you can get the atomic molar mass of carbon dioxide. Okay. So and then molar mass is expressed in gram per mole inverse. Let us see the next concept, molar volume. Molar volume is nothing but the volume occupied by 1 mole of any substance is said to be, okay, in gaseous state at a given temperature and pressure is said to be molar volume. Okay, for example, 1 mole of helium, 1 mole of oxygen and 1 mole of nitrogen contains the standard molar volume 22.4 liter. Okay. So these are the data given according to the conditions, the molar volume, standard molar volume according to the given conditions. So let us see. So at 273 and 1 bar pressure, so it is simply called STP. The standard molar volume is nothing but 22.71. If the condition is 273 Kelvin and 1 atmosphere pressure, so we can simply call them as SATP. Okay, the standard molar volume is 22.4 liter. Then if the condition is 298 and 1 atmospheric pressure, 298 Kelvin is nothing but our room temperature and pressure. Okay, so in that the standard molar volume is 24.5 liter. So this table gives the standard molar volume values based on the given conditions of temperature and pressure. Let us see the next concept, gram equivalent mass. So like mole concept, gram equivalent concept is used in analytical chemistry. That means practical chemistry. So let us see the definition. So gram equivalent mass is nothing but mass of the element, okay, or number of parts by mass of the substance, which can either combine or displace directly or indirectly with 1.008 parts by mass of hydrogen or 8 parts by mass of oxygen or 35.5 parts by mass of chlorine or 108 parts by mass of silver. Okay, some standard reference scale is given in order to find out the gram equivalent mass of the substance. Let us see the hydrogen displacement method as the example to understand the gram equivalent concept well. So this is actually the displacement of hydrogen when zinc reacts with the sulfuric acid. So zinc certain formula H2SO4 sulfuric acid. When these two react, zinc sulfate, you can get the main product and hydrogen gas is displaced. Hydrogen gas is displaced. So in this reaction, 1 mole of zinc displaces 1 mole of hydrogen. 1 mole of zinc is nothing but their atomic mass is 65.38 gram. This much amount of zinc displaces 1 mole of hydrogen, that is actually H2. So 2 into hydrogen atomic mass. So 2 into 1.008, that is actually 2.016 gram. This much amount of hydrogen. So otherwise you can write as like a word problem, 2.016 gram of hydrogen displaces or is displaced by, okay, 65.38 gram of zinc, that is our 1 mole of zinc. Okay, so therefore, according to our definition, the standard parts by mass of hydrogen is 1.008 gram parts by mass of hydrogen is displaced by how much gram of zinc. Okay, so now cross multiply and bring this term 2.016 under division. Okay, so simply you can get 1.008 into 65.38 divided by 2.016. If you simplify this value, you can get simply 32.69 as the answer. That is the equivalent mass of zinc. Remember one thing, equivalent mass has no unit. Okay, only gram equivalent mass is expressed in gram per equivalent. Okay. So we are determining equivalent mass based on the references hydrogen, chlorine, oxygen and sometimes silver. But remember, it is not always possible to determine the equivalent mass based on these references. So we go for a general formula. Gram equivalent mass is equal to molar mass divided by equivalence factor. So let us see what may be the equivalence factor depending upon every chemical entity in the following tables. So the first one among that is the chemical entity is acid. So let us find out equivalent mass of acid. The equivalence factor regarding acid is nothing but basicity. Let us see what is basicity. The number of replaceable H plus ion present in 1 mole of acid is said to be basicity of an acid. So the formula for equivalent mass of acid is molar mass of the acid divided by basicity of the acid. Let us see example for that. Sulfuric acid. When H2SO4 dissociates, it gives rise to 2H plus ions and SO4 2 minus ions. So it gives rise to 2 H plus ions when it ionized. So the number of replaceable H plus ion is 2. So that the basicity of an acid, high sulfuric acid, is also 2. Now molar mass of sulfuric acid is found to be 98 gram per mole. Okay, so it is calculated by adding up the individual atomic masses present in sulfuric acid. So for hydrogen atomic mass is 1. So here there are in formula we have 2 hydrogens, so 2 into 1 plus we have only 1 sulfur. Atomic mass of sulfur is 32, so 1 into 32. Then we have 4 oxygen atom. Atomic mass of per oxygen atom is 16. For 4 oxygen atom it is 4 into 16. So if you add up all the atomic masses, then you can get 98 gram per mole. Gram equivalent mass of sulfuric acid. Actually the formula is molar mass of the acid divided by basicity of the acid. So molar mass of sulfuric acid is 98 and basicity of sulfuric acid is 2. If you simplify this, if you divide this value, you can get 49 gram per equivalent as the gram equivalent of sulfuric acid. Do you understand? Then let us see another chemical entity, that is base. Okay, so for bases, how can you calculate the equivalent mass? So let us see. The equivalence factor regarding this chemical entity base is acidity. So acidity means number of moles of replaceable OH minus ion. Okay, that is hydroxyl ion. That is actually present in 1 mole of base is called acidity. So equivalent mass of base, the formula is molar mass of a base divided by acidity of a base. So let us see one example. KOH, potassium hydroxide. Potassium hydroxide, when it ionized or dissociate, it gives rise to 1 OH minus ion and K plus ion. So it gives rise to 1 OH minus ion. Otherwise the number of replaceable hydroxyl ion is 1. So the acidity of potassium hydroxide is also 1. Then we have to find out molar mass of potassium hydroxide. So for that we have to add up the atomic masses of individual elements present in the compound. So for potassium atomic mass is 39, For oxygen atomic mass is 16 and for hydrogen atomic mass is 1. So if you add all these atomic masses you can get 56 gram per mole. Okay, then gram equivalent mass of potassium hydroxide, the formula is nothing but molar mass divided by acidity. Molar mass of potassium hydroxide is 56 divided by acidity of potassium hydroxide is 1. So if you simply divide this value you can get 56 gram per equivalent. That is actually the gram equivalent mass of potassium hydroxide. Okay. Then let us see another chemical entity, either oxidizing reagent or reducing reagent. So in case of oxidizing or reducing agent, we have to consider the equivalence factor, number of moles of electrons involved in the reaction. Okay, so let us see the formula. Equivalent mass of either oxidizing or reducing agent is equal to molar mass of oxidizing or reducing agent divided by number of moles of electron actually involved in the process, either gained or lost during the process. Okay, so let us see one example, potassium permanganate. Potassium permanganate is an oxidizing agent. So for that you have to find out the equivalent mass. First we calculate the molar mass of potassium permanganate. So for that we have to add up the atomic masses of potassium, manganese and oxygen atom. Potassium the atomic mass is 39, manganese 55. Per oxygen atom atomic mass is 16. For 4 oxygen atom it is 4 into 16. So if you add up all these masses you can get the molar mass of potassium permanganate as 158 gram per mole. Remember one thing, you have to understand the number of electrons involved in the process, either lost or gained during the process. So for that we should know the equation of the reaction. So we say KMnO4 is an oxidizing agent. So it gets reduced during the oxidation process. The equation for this process is MnO4 minus plus 8H plus 5 electron gives Mn2 plus 4H2O. So actually the electron involved in the process is 5. Okay, so number of electron is equal to 5. Now write down in the formula, equivalent mass of KMnO4 is equal to molar mass of the oxidizing agent, that is actually 158, divided by number of electrons involved during the process, that is actually 5. So 158 by 5 you can get the answer 31.6 gram per equivalent as the equivalent mass of potassium permanganate. So in this way you can also find out the equivalent mass of other chemical entities too. Suppose if it is a metal, so you can calculate the equivalent mass of metal by using the formula molar mass of metal divided by its valency. Okay, so you can also use this formula for finding out the equivalent mass of metals. So in today's class we have seen molar mass, molar volume, gram equivalent concept. Based on that, how should you calculate the equivalent mass of acid, bases, oxidizing agents and reducing agents. Let us see remaining in the upcoming video. So please give me valuable comments to improvise my channel. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.